The main difference working with you guys is that you're highly specialized and you were able to demonstrate in one specific area the return on the investments. And what it did for us was build confidence that that can actually work. My name is Adele Rubiano. I currently work as the president and COO at NANNETTE GASPÉ. My background is primarily in luxury beauty. I've been in the industry for over 20 years, and I've held roles pretty much in all aspects of the business, from sales to marketing to merchandising and buying, inventory planning, and most recently in an operational position. For us, the biggest challenge that we had as a luxury beauty brand attempting to pierce the online market was the need to understand, being a predominantly brick and mortar business, how we could build an online business for a luxury product where the client would typically not be able to touch and feel the product before purchasing it. So not so much of a challenge when the product is, more mass oriented, meaning a lower price point, but when the product is a lot more costly and requires maybe a little bit more investment as far as, knowledge, financial, etc. I think for us, the biggest challenge was understanding how that transition is made in getting the product into the client's hands without them even trying it. Related to that is then we wouldn't even know where to start in terms of creating ads or doing anything related to how we can push forward our brand online in a way that made sense without exploding, a budget per se, because we did know that the cost involved in creating ads and advertising online was quite costly because you're up against a lot of the giants in terms of ad spend, etc. So we just wanted to be sure that the money that we were spending, albeit, quite little in terms of budget, really made sense and was able to generate a return. We did work with a couple of agencies before. I think the main difference working with you guys is that you're highly specialized in one area. And what I appreciate, and I know Nannette appreciates about the whole thing, is that you were able to demonstrate in one specific area the return on the investments. And what it did for us was build confidence that that can actually work. Whereas when we worked with other agencies, they were sort of all over the map, so they addressed everything from social media to PR to online. And although the approach should be sort of a global based approach, meaning that everything is interrelated, so we understand the need for there to be sort of a global approach to marketing online, it becomes challenging for a brand like us, primarily because of resources, and not just financial resources, but also because of human resources. So physical bodies that are able to do the work. So as much as I wanted to be able to attack all areas at once, what I think was a big win working with you guys was that it allowed us to sort of understand and dive deeper into one specific area, which is sort of the ad spend. And now we're going to start diving into different things like how do we address the influencer piece in this whole business. What we really appreciated was sort of a tiered approach, and an approach that allowed us to gauge performance, say, yeah, check, this is working. Okay, now let's start working on the next piece. We were referred to your company by someone that had already been working with you that was, very satisfied. What convinced us was really when we met you in person, speaking to you guys and, just discussing your approach and how you would approach our business. And then when you came back with a proposal for us, we were a little bit hesitant because, again, we had never sort of done anything like this before. Certain things made us uncomfortable, but again, being uncomfortable equals growth, which we are definitely seeing. Your ability to be flexible on what we needed to push forward in terms of how we needed to do things, but then also pushing us a little bit outside of our comfort zone, of course, to showcase what the results could look like, and then going back and being able to fine tune some of the things that, let's say, made us uncomfortable. I think that's really great. Now that we see sort of the proof in the pudding, now we're able to kind of go back and tweak some of those little things so that we can satisfy both parties. You guys, because you're obviously trying to maximize sales, and us, because we're trying to be mindful of our brand image. There's definitely opportunity for a luxury beauty brand to sell online. Even when you look at, like a Sephora.com, which is, part of my background as well, the most that we ever had done at the time, .com represented 10% of the business. I don't think we do it well yet, but now that we've been able to kind of see what the opportunity is, it gives us a lot more encouragement to investing in things like specific e-commerce packaging, in the client experience, in the UX, which is the user experience online. So it gives us kind of that little push to say, we want to do this and we want to do it well. I actually have already spoken to some friends, etc., saying the great experience that we're having. So yes, absolutely.